It was a good homecoming day for the Wisconsin Badgers on Saturday afternoon as they keep their record perfect, now 7-0 after a 38-13 victory against Maryland. The defense continues to perform in an exemplary fashion, and the offense got it going as well. Troy Fumagalli, a big factor with 7 catches against the Terrapins. We'll hear from some of the Badgers after Saturday's win. Also have a sit-down with Jack Cichy, the injured Wisconsin linebacker. Can't help him on the field, but he is still contributing in a big way this fall. And we'll have our weekly conversation with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Schlager, the sophomore quarterback out of Fishers, Indiana. Takes the snap. Badgers bring in 4. Pockets tight. Ball's tipped in the air. Picked off by T.J. Edwards at the 50. He's to the 40, and he's all alone at the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin. T.J. Edwards with the deflected pass. It falls into his hands, and it's an easy glide to the end zone.
I'm just surprised I only got caught by one guy, but no, I mean, it was, honestly, my D-line did a great job of getting their hands on the ball, and the ball kind of came right to me. And they were right next to me blocking it as well, so I mean, they kind of did some of that too. Honestly, it was kind of like, I felt like I was just moving so slow. I was like just trying to go as fast as I could, and I saw just like my teammates next to me, and it was cool. I haven't had my hands on the ball in about 4 or 5 years, so it was cool.
Second down, Hornibrook, quick shot, caught by Cephas at the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and brought down inside the 5-yard line. J.C. Jackson saving the touchdown for the moment, but Hornibrook with the quick strike to Cephas cutting over the middle. Jonathan Taylor back in a tailback. Ramish is the fullback. The goal from the 3, handoff Taylor running left, easy money, touchdown Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor untouched to the end zone from 3 yards away, and the lead is 10 for the Badgers. Ramish the fullback, Shaw the tailback. Here's the play fake. Hornibrook steps up, throws to the left. It's caught by Xander Neville. Touchdown Wisconsin. Out to the right, Ibrahim back in there at running back. Snap to Hornibrook. Looking, throws to the left, and that is caught by A.J. Taylor at the 30 up the sideline, 25 to the 20, inside the 20-yard line of Maryland. A.J. Taylor tight to the right, Cephas out to the left. Hornibrook drops the throw on first down, fires, touchdown Wisconsin. Throwing a dart to A.J. Taylor. Loose in the end zone, an easy pitch and catch, and it's 27-3 Wisconsin. Schlager back in the row, 4-man rush, and Van Ginkel, one of the 4, gets to the quarterback. Down goes Morton Schlager near the 40-yard line of Maryland. They'll mark it right at the 40. Handoff goes to Shaw, straight ahead to the 30, 25-20, he's gone. Touchdown, Wisconsin, and he's taken down by Ryan Conley. Fires to the right to the end zone, it is caught, touchdown, Wisconsin. Sending 4, and one of them comes in scot-free. And there is a big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by Zimbrick European, by UW Health, UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
The 2017 Nissan Rogue, with available automatic emergency braking that could help stop for you, and motion-activated liftgate. Take on today the Nissan Rogue family. Lease today, starting at just $159 per month, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 12 models. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Go Badgers!
Wisconsin, Mahindra's inventory clearance sale is going on now. We're reducing prices like never before on the toughest tractors on earth. like a Mahindra E-Max 22 as low as $99 a month. Or get up to $8,100 in cash back and savings. Plus, Mahindra's 7-year limited powertrain warranty comes standard. So find your dealer at WisconsinMahindraDealers.com.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
Wisconsin at the Maryland 48, handoff Taylor over the left side of the 45-yard line, cuts it back inside, down to the 42 of Wisconsin, and that's going to get him 1,000. There's 1,001. Jonathan Taylor, early in game number 7, already breaks 1,000 yards on the ground.
Badgers now have won 10 straight conference games. That, by the way, is the longest run in Wisconsin history as the Badgers defeat Maryland on homecoming day. And this is, again, a repetitive topic, I guess, but maybe the best news, Paul, in that a 7-0 record, the 10-game conference winning streak, you and your guys know that things can still get better. Played well, overcome some things, but they know that they can still even be better than what they've been so far.
No doubt. I was proud of the response that we had, and certainly TJ gave us a huge lift, early with the pick 6, and that's a great way to start a game. And offensively, we didn't do what we wanted. It was an interception and then the fumble, and I thought the big play of the game was defense. They get they go on the field, 5-yard line, and hold them to a field goal, and then the offense responding with a touchdown. And I thought that was what I was proud of with the offense. Anytime you can answer a score with a score, those are big. And guys that had, Alex don't know on the decision, but I thought he responded. And Foom came up big on a lot of third downs, and that was good to get him going. And I thought JT responded after the fumble. So it's you never know how the games play out, but you appreciate the effort that goes into it, from the start of the week on, and it was good to get a win.
Yeah, story of this team. I know we've talked about it multiple times. You guys, if a mistake is made, they don't let it linger. They move forward, and you churned out long drives. You could talk about, there were a couple turnovers in there, but there were multiple long drives that you guys were able to grind out against us.
Yeah, and those are big, and I think it's a way that you can kind of offensively say, all right, defense, we got your back here, and those don't happen if you don't get some third down conversions. And I thought JT ran well, and certainly up front, we did a lot of good things. When I talk about up front, you're talking about tight ends, fullbacks, and the line, I thought did a lot of really good things. And so, we have done, to get us to this position, obviously there's been good things happening, but I know there's areas that we can get better at, and we got to focus on that, and we get another opportunity coming up here against Illinois.
TJ, we go back to TJ Edwards, that interception. He's the kind of guy, he's such a good player that he makes fun of himself, thinking, oh, am I there yet? Am I to the end zone? But he has a knack, like so many of your players, right place, right time, and that's something that you work during the week. It's rewarded on Saturday.
And that's what he does. He does a great job of preparing, but I think he trusts his preparation and obviously trusts his ability, and he does come up with big plays at big times. And, Leon did that, 2 games ago, and that's really, I think, a great sign, and I think they're having fun playing, and I appreciate right now the group is staying kind of locked into the moment, and I think that's the way to enjoy the moment, and you never can take anything for granted, and so you want them to enjoy this victory, and then we got to turn the page and get on with Illinois and find a way to win that one.
It's interesting, we talk about, you mentioned Jonathan Taylor's day, and you go into the depth again, and it was interesting, at least to me, talking with Rashid Ibrahim earlier in the week. He kind of views himself as a bit of a leader in the room, the running backs room. He knows you guys. Right? He played for you at Pitt with you and John Settle. And I think that's something that he really embraces, being able to pass along what he can to the other guys in the room.
And that was a big part of, why we wanted to bring Rashid. And certainly he gave us, he can give you some things on the field. And he came up, I think we had a good, he had a nice third down run that kind of kept the drive alive. And he knows that how can he give, and certainly, you see him a couple weeks ago, I think Nebraska, he had some big plays, but he knows that he can add value in the meeting room, especially with a young group, and with JT being young, And Chris, you know, he knows Chris and can kind of talk to him, and as he gets more and more comfortable with Bradrick, and kind of be that assistant running back coach that, you know, Seth does a great job with him, but to hear a player like, you need to listen to this, and I think it helps them all.
A little thing that maybe is not the sexiest part of a highlight package, but we've talked a lot about Zach Hintz in the kickoff duty. They have a dangerous return man, and Ty Johnson, and he did a great job, it seemed, of steering it away from him. Not just that, but getting it close to the boundary where their other guy, their other deep man, had to make a decision on the spot. That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It was huge, and I thought that our, you know, coverage units, we knew going in, you know, Maryland had two of the most explosive returners we don't know that we've seen to this point, and I think that was a big part of the game. And obviously got some touchbacks, but the crossfield kicks, and I thought the coverage units did a nice job. Noah Burks comes up with a big play, and you know, unfortunately we didn't take advantage of getting points after the fumble that we had, and Ferg recovered it right before the end of the first half, but I thought they did a great job.
Now you go on the road here for the next couple of days, you enjoy the Maryland win, don't get me wrong, but there's just, your guys continue to do a good job of, it seems, blocking out the noise. You get asked about it, it's locally or the national guys who come in about the big picture. Your big picture is the next meetings, right?
It really is. I mean, it's as big as it needs to be, and that's all that really matters. And so, you know, we just want to continue to make sure the guys get to enjoy that moment, you know, and it'll be interesting, you know, as you look at it, you know, Chikwe, he's missed a ton of football, you know, so the helmet is guaranteed the games, but these players, you want them to be in that moment, and so I think we got a chance to maybe get Chikwe back, at least practicing, and we just got to focus on being the best team we can be, find a way to get better, and then get to go down to Illinois.
All right, 11 o'clock kickoff down in Champaign this Saturday as the Badgers make the trip to Illinois to face the Fighting Illini. Coach turns in a few minutes with a Great Dane Great Question of the Week. Stick around.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
My intentions are just, you know, get my mind right for when my number is called again, because my team needs me. You know, when they call my number, they're obviously calling me my number because they need me. You know, whoever number they call, they're calling because they need them. So just be ready for them when they call my number again, so that, you know, I can be prepared to execute.
We've been shooting ourselves in the foot the last couple of weeks. We'll clean it up. Nothing to worry about, nothing to panic about. It's part of football. But you know, those 3-4 series we had, that's what I expect.
We just had to step up and make a play because, you know, like I say, the game's never over, the possession's never over. Just because they get the ball on the 3 don't mean they got to get 6. So we just stuck in there. Nick made a couple plays and finished them off in the red zone.
When they do that, it's just basically what we think. Like, I'll just tell you what goes on in our head is, let's work for them. You know, they're working for us, so we got to work for them and just and score and just keep it driving, keep it moving, and we can't feel sorry for ourselves no matter what happens. And I'd say that's the biggest thing. We just got to do it for them.
Just during the week, I felt great. You know, I didn't want to rush it. You know, I know it was a long season, so just wanted to take my time, just get better every week. And finally, they cut me loose this week. I felt great, and just it felt great helping the team out, really.
It was great. He was making some plays and getting open, so obviously he's a nice target to have out there, and when he's active and playing, it's awesome. Usually if you put in his area, he'll come down with it or do the best that he can to make sure that they don't, so it's good to have a receiver like that.
This offense as a whole has been, we've definitely made our mistakes and had turnovers, but no one ever panics on the sideline, and Alex does a really good job of keeping his composure. I mean, he never gets too high and he never gets too low, so it's, I mean, which is what you want in a quarterback. So, you know, we get in the huddle and we have the same demeanor every time, so we don't, that kind of stuff doesn't affect us, and I think that's a big positive of our offense this year.
It's definitely huge to be able to score without even getting your offense on the field, and then especially to be able to score and then come out with a 3-and-out, a turnover, something like that, and then get the offensive ball already with the lead. That's just kind of a big momentum swing, and if we can continue to do that this season, then we're going to be successful.
We know every week we're going to play a tough opponent, but at the end of the day, it comes down to us playing our best football. So try to focus on just day to day, not looking at too much of the big picture, and just keep working hard each practice, and taking each game one step at a time. I think every game you want to go out there and you want to play as perfect as you can. It's never really going to happen just because things are not going to go your way. So I don't know if we'll ever be perfect, but I think we're close to playing our best football. We just gotta put together a full game.
The 2017 Nissan Rogue, with available automatic emergency braking that can help stop for you, and motion-activated liftgate. Take on today the Nissan Rogue family. Lease today, starting at just $159 per month, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 12 models. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Go Badgers! Wisconsin, Mahindra's inventory clearance sale is going on now. We're reducing prices like never before on the toughest tractors on earth. Like a Mahindra E-Max 22 as low as $99 a month. Or get up to $8,100 in cash back and savings. Plus, Mahindra's 7-year limited powertrain warranty comes standard. So find your dealer at WisconsinMahindraDealers.com.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
For Jack Cichy, last season ended way too early with an injury that occurred in the Iowa game. There were great expectations of a full return in 2017. Unfortunately, a torn ACL ended 2017 before it even began. Even though Jack can't play, he has been very instrumental in helping the guys who can this fall. Ryan Wings sat down with the Badger linebacker.
First off, how's the knee? He's doing well. We're making really good progress with it. It's definitely a grind, but I mean, rehab's going very well, and a couple more weeks I'll be able to run on turf again. So it's kind of landmarks like that make it a easier process.
What was your first thought when it happened?
I remember exactly when it happened. My whole life kind of flashed before my eyes. All I was thinking was no, this can't happen. This can't happen. So I think I convinced myself that even though in my heart I think I knew something was definitely wrong, I just kind of convinced myself that I have to be out here. And that's why I finished practice and then practice again the next day.
When they told you it was torn, what was that reaction?
I was just devastated. It was really tough. I kind of just sat there, and it was just rough. I mean, we worked so hard to get back and worked so hard in the off season, and then I was looking forward just to being back out there and to have it kind of snatched away again. It was definitely tough. I definitely cried a lot. Calling my parents and seeing my sisters was tough. But the outpouring of support after the news broke was overwhelming.
Does having to go through this last year being on the sidelines, does it make it any easier?
A little bit. It allows me more of a scope to kind of look at it through, I guess. Knowing that, yes, it sucks, but I've made it through it once. I can definitely make it through it twice, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, I think having this last year, as much as it sucks having it again, I think that at least mentally, that I was prepared for it.
What is your role on the sidelines?
I like to tell people I just yell at people, but no. I really want to just be as constructive as I can, and sometimes that is yelling at the guys, but I've only had to do that once or twice. That's really what I want to accomplish, is just help them out any way I can, and then just kind of be steady there for them.
How proud are you of this defense?
Very. Just the resiliency. I mean, just instances like last week, in sudden change, there's a blocked punt. We force them to a missed field goal. Just things like that. It just really shows the maturity that they've gained from game one, Utah State, all the way to now, and they're going to keep gaining that resiliency. I love the development in the back end. If I can say they make me proud, they do, just because I see those guys working in the off season, and I see how they work through camp, and just be able to see them actually be able to produce on the field now, after one being a red shirt or sitting out for a year. Either way, it's really special to see those guys really coming in their own.
We saw against Iowa that you'll play with literally one arm. If you could, would you go play with one leg?
Yeah, I absolutely would. I joke with the trainers and Coach Cryst a lot, just tell them just tape my knee up and I'll let me just go throw my body in there, because I'll do it, no problem. But and unfortunately, we're just joking about that. As much as I wish I could just go throw it around. And if I didn't have aspirations to play afterwards, I probably would have tried playing through it as long as I could. But because it's a big picture and everything. But yeah, I definitely, if I could, I would throw it in there, no doubt in my mind.
So what's next?
You know, I don't know. As far as all that goes, I still kind of taking it day by day. I've taken a lot of time just to focus on myself and kind of get myself right mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, even some days I'll have a rush of emotion. Just being around it is tough. Just being around the sport is still kind of tough, just because your mind starts racing and you've got to train it not to go there. But I'm just kind of taking it day by day. I'll bounce ideas off my friends and my family, but right now I'm still just kind of focusing on me.
I know it's not totally over yet, but what has your time here meant to you?
It's been unreal. The city of Madison, this university, it's been really special. And if you told me 5 years ago, when I was looking to walk on, that I would have done all the things I've done and been able to experience everything I experienced, I would have called you crazy. But boy, am I glad that I was able to.
My salesperson is Joe Santowski, and from the moment I first walked through the doors here and he extended his hand to greet me, it's been the best relationship since then. He knows this brand and cars in general so well that I trusted him from the moment I met him. He was obviously so interested in exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted, but let me explore on my own.
At Hy-Vee Market Grill, you'll find something for everyone. Steaks grilled to perfection, delicious pasta, wood oven flatbread pizzas, and the burgers are the best in town. Plus, you've got to try our delicious Sunday brunch. And Hy-Vee Market Grills are next to Hy-Vee stores, so it's not like we're gonna run out of food. It's good food, good times, and we love to see people smile. So get on into Hy-Vee Market Grill today.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
The 2017 Nissan Rogue, with available automatic emergency braking that could help stop for you, and motion-activated liftgate. Take on today the Nissan Rogue family. Lease today, starting at just $159 per month, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 12 models. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Go Badgers!
The Badger Sports Report is presented by Hy-Vee. Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. By UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time now for this week's Great Dane. Great question of the week comes from Gary up in Green Bay. He wants to know, Coach, how much interaction are you allowed or do you have with NFL scouts during the season?
You know, we're fortunate, and it's a credit to the players that we've had. You know, we've got a number of scouts through, and we can have and want to have a lot of interaction with them. And I think it's, you know, what we can give them is they can evaluate the tape, and they go, but you want to let them know who that person is. And I think it's, you know, one of those things. We ask the same of high school coaches when we go in and we're recruiting, and so we'll give them as much interaction as they want, and fortunately a number of the regional scouts and we've had a number of good players, so you get the general managers in, and you want to help let them know what we think of our players, because we're awfully proud of them. And you know, certainly not everyone's going to get the opportunity to play in the NFL, but a number of guys that are, you want them to know that this is a, you know, you're proud because you know you can speak about who they are as a player, their character, and so we can and we'll have as much interaction as possible.
All right, Gary, thanks you for your question. The Great Dane with the location up in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area, east side of town, downtown Fitchburg, and Hilldale. The Coach's radio show returns to the Great Dane Hilldale this Thursday night, 6 o'clock Central Time, along the Badger Radio Network. Badgers in Champaign this Saturday to take on Illinois. Kickoff set for 11 o'clock Central Time. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
A pulse, felt by one, sends a ripple, felt by some. A shiver, felt by many, until it amplifies, magnifies into a tremor that electrifies. Badgers everywhere, moving as one, tilting the world on its axis.